Everybody, welcome to the fourth installment of the Big Ten Fan Sites.
Week 4 Big Ten football, Week 8 of college football, which means BCS standings are out, and this just in, we're not in the top 5.
No, you're number 11.
I was referring to the whole Big Ten, but thank you for making it about us losing.
Sorry, we're not in it either. So
I know you aren't in the top 25
we're 32. Others receiving votes.
of those receiving votes.
Ahead, we're going to discuss all the things going on this week in the Big Ten football, and we got some voice messages coming in later, so stick around.
The first game of the week this week is Michigan State at Northwestern at 12 p.m. Eastern on ESPN.
Now, big question I have is Northwestern going to? Yes, we are good on our beers. Is Northwestern gonna put up a good fight? Because normally Michigan State does struggle with Northwestern year in year out.
Well, it's also, I think Northwestern poses a unique difficulty for Michigan State because they have the first mobile quarterback Michigan State has faced. They can actually throw the ball.
Burn. Ouch.
Persa.
But I also want to see is how the two-headed monster of Baker and Bell hold up in this game, because Northwestern, they got a smart defense and they mean well, but they don't have the athletes that a lot of the other Big Ten teams do have.
That's true. And on defense, no disrespect to defensive players, but you want big dumb guys to just go after to stop the run.
Smacking it with brick walls.
And unfortunately for Northwestern in this game, they have small, smart guys.
Yes.
Very smart guys.
Very smart guys.
You can run a company I work for at any point in my life, and I'll be okay with it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Also, I want to go is Northwestern has a chance to pull off an upset in this game, but they need to play mistake-free football.
Sure.
Will Persa be able to do that? There's been a lot of fumbles going on, some interceptions in there. They can't have those in this game.
I actually am not worried about Persa so much in this game. I actually do believe that this game's on the defense because the Northwestern can't run the ball at all, so they're not going to be able to hold on to the ball. Any play they score on, or any drive they score on, is going to be relatively quick, passing the ball, not a ball control offense. So I think their defense gets wore down, and I think that's the difference in this game. Not mistakes so much as a defense that's fighting the run all day long.
And Michigan State's defense, to speak of, is going their second week without Rucker, who was recently arraigned this week. So he is not on the depth chart at this point. So
which is a bright note for Northwestern passing offense. The opposing team loses a starting cornerback. Could help a lot.
Absolutely. I'm still picking Michigan State in this game. I think they're going to win by 17. I think it's going to be similar to last week's game, where they struggled to begin with. Michigan State did. They were down 6-3 at one point, but then pull away. I think it's going to be similar. They're going to be struggling at first, but then they're going to pull away at the end.
I agree with your decision on Michigan State winning. I actually it's going to go the other way, though. I think that because Northwestern can throw the ball, that it starts Michigan State up, and they have to hold on for this game. I think Northwestern comes back and makes it interesting.
We'll see. All right, the next game on the docket is Purdue at Ohio State, 12 o'clock, BTN.
Thanks, Keitra. That's our waitress. She's awesome. All right, so looking at this game, I think Pryor's going to be able to throw the ball a lot. I think this is going to be what he does against inferior defenses. He's got plenty of time. He throws the ball deep, and I think he puts up a lot of yards this game because of the weaker defense, as opposed to last week when he was up against a stronger defense and couldn't find a receiver.
Now, all right, I agree with you on one point that he should have a good game throwing the ball, but I think he's going to have to roll a little bit more this week because Purdue does have a good defensive line in this. And in this game, they're going to put some pressure on Pryor. They're going to put him on early. And I think he's going to have to roll out of the pocket. But also, I would not want to be Purdue in this game.
No.
This is a revenge game from last year. And this is a revenge game also because they just lost to when they were the number 1 Ohio State Buckeyes. Now they are the number 11 Ohio State Buckeyes after losing to Wisconsin last week. Just digging that in there. Digging it in there. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's great.
But, I mean, I think I would not want to be running in Ohio State this week.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be either. especially because of comments like that.
Very
Because
true.
I'm sure they're not posting those up on the board. Anybody who talks about them. I think in this game the defense will come. In the first half, we could have some issues with Purdue, like we have with some other teams, like Illinois in the first half. But I think in the second half, our defense controls Purdue's offense,
Mhm.
and we come out of this game pretty well. I will say that personally, I think both of us we underestimate the coaching staff of Purdue.
Absolutely.
They lose their starting quarterback,
They're starting running back.
and they're
Four and
4-2, 4-2, and it's not. I mean, no super impressive wins yet, but they're wins. And quite frankly, I don't think we didn't. I didn't pick them in a single game this year that they won, have I?
No, and I don't see this week, even though they are 4-2. Last week's game of the week performer. Cheers goes out to Rob Henry.
Oh yeah, cheers to Rob Henry, dude. Way to step in a bad situation and do your job.
Absolutely.
He's a two-way quarterback from Florida. He's handling his business.
Rob Henry and the Boilermakers hosting the Golden Gophers, Minnesota.
Big10fansite.com Player of the Week, Rob Henry.
Now, though Rob Henry was our player of the week last week, I do think that this week it's not going to be the same. I think I'm picturing 3 picks from the guy. He's going to have to throw more. He's going to have more third and longs. He's not going to be able to run the ball like he did last week. He's going to have some 3rd and 8s, 3rd and 9s, 3rd and 11s faced, and he's going to have to throw the ball. And when you're throwing the ball against this very aggressive Ohio State defense, picks.
Well, especially once we force them into a passing situation, we'll be able to handle things. He's rough. He's rough on the passing side of the ball.
He's
And
rough
that's,
around the edges, right? Because he is a first-year quarterback.
no, and as a first-year quarterback, they're doing what they need to do. He's a running quarterback. They're letting him run, and when he has to throw the ball, he's not doing particularly well, but he hasn't had to throw the ball much. Which, again, shout out to Purdue's coaching staff for doing a good job. It's just this week, Ohio State's going to be a bit too much.
Ohio State by 20.
20.
20 points.
That's a lot of points.
That's all I got.
Third game this week is Penn State at Minnesota at 12 p.m. Eastern on ESPNU.
Or ESPN Unwatchable.
Yeah, this is the ultimate welterweight battle for the worst of the Big Ten.
Yes.
Loser take all.
Sorry for anyone that stumbles across this game.
Oh man.
It's going to be ugly. It's not going to be pretty at all.
No, I mean we can only hope for rain so that it gets uglier now that Minnesota has an outdoor stadium.
Yeah, Minnesota also has a brand new coach.
Is it cold enough for sleet yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
Sleet would be awesome.
But Minnesota's new coach, Brewster, was fired this week. New coach is Jeff Horton. It's the same team.
It is the same team. And since I've been watching a lot of ESPN recently, Weber's the best quarterback, so I'm supposed to believe they'll win this game.
Yeah, supposed to win this game.
That's
But I think
it
Penn State needs to establish a running game in this game. They need to find a way to establish a running game. Royster's been non-existent this entire season. He needs to step up.
Well, they have the better line, offensive line. They have the better...
On paper.
No, they actually have the better
Okay.
offensive line in this game. So I think Royster does run it up. He'll be just like the Temple game. He'll have 180 yards rushing because it's against Minnesota. I think Weber still actually has a pretty decent game overall, but I want to flip a coin on this game to see who wins.
Yeah, who are you going to take? I'm saying Penn State, ugly by 7.
I'm taking red.
Oh, so that means Penn State for you that don't know. I'm
Red's
going with red.
Red's the coach.
Yeah, not
Joe
Joe Buck.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to cut the end part there, but I like the going with red part.
Do you like that?
I do like that.
That is stupid.